welcome to energy class number 4. We're going to be rocking and rolling and flowing here in a minute. Just so you have everything you need, make sure you have, really you don't need much, but I'm going to recommend bare feet today. Boop, boop. We're really going to use our toes and maybe a block. A block would be handy. If you don't have a block, no problem. You can use a rolled up towel or a little pillow. But go ahead and find whatever you need and we'll get started. Thanks for your patience. Okay, so this week's all about grounding. And just like last class, I'm not going to talk too much about it. We're just going to do it. So let's start by opening up the wrists and the feet. We're going to prepare them to support us throughout the day. So first come to your cat-cow position, and we're going to tuck toes into the mat. Tuck your toes right into the mat. So the back line of the body starts with the toes. So we can start stretching our back and our neck just by tucking the toes in. Feels good. So tuck your toes into the mat. You can bounce a little bit if that feels good. Now hands are on the ground. At the same time, we're going to be stretching the wrists. So take your hands wide. And as we inhale, we'll come a little bit past the wrist, stretching the wrists. And as I exhale, I'm going to go back. My butt's coming towards my heels, stretching the feet. Inhale, wrists. Exhale, feet. And you might want to go a little faster or slower than me. Inhale, wrists. Exhale, feet. You can add on anything that feels good. Bounce. Good. Now, just keep your toes tucked. We're going to rotate the wrists so fingers are pointed towards you. So if that's a lot, maybe you can just get part of the way. That's okay. You want to have your whole hand down. And then here, we're going to do the same thing. Inhale forward. Exhale back. You'll notice when you go back, this time you're stretching wrists and feet. Take a few like that. Nice deep breathing, most important part. Do 2 or 3 more here. The movements could be small or big. See what works for you. And then tuck your toes and start to bring your butt back towards your heels. Peel your wrist up. Peel, peel, peel. All the way to the fingertips. Woo! Inhale, reach up to the sky. And exhale, hands back down. There we go. Now retuck your toes. Begin to walk your hands up your body. And it's going to get a lot more intense in the feet. So if this is too intense for your little feet, guys, just lean forward a little bit. Take the pressure out. If you're like, yeah, I can do this all day, lean back. And we're just going to take 3 more big breaths here, and then, we can rest those little feet, guys. So flip palms to the sky. Inhale, reach arms to the sky. And exhale, float hands down. You can even do this if you're leaning forward. Inhale, reach arms up. Gather energy up. Exhale to the ground. Last one. Take your hands to the floor. Untuck your feet. We're going to pop the top of the feet on the ground. Okay, sit on your heels. This is the opposite stretch for the feet. So maybe rock pose or Japanese sitting is another word like this. Is already plenty for your top of your ankle and your feet. If you feel like you want more of a stretch, take your hands behind you and lift the knees a little bit. Or a lot. And we'll do that a few times. You might notice, oh, I think I need to adjust this or that. Your body knows what to do. So just listen. Easier said than done, right? But just see if you can hear your body. My body told me to bring my heels a little closer together for this stretch. Now I'm going to lift my knees. Oh yeah, that's a much deeper stretch. Just see what feels good to you. Take one more. Woo. Awesome. All right. Reach up. Exhale. Touch the earth. And we'll come to a cat-cow position. Knees under hips, hands directly under your shoulders. Spread your fingers wide like starfish. Grip the mat with all 10 fingertips. And really grip the mat. Okay, really grip the mat. We'll do a little cat-cow. You know I love cat-cow. We always do cat-cow, but it's so good. It gets some motion into the spine. It helps us practice our deep breathing. So let's do it. Grip the mat with all your fingertips. Press the top of your feet into the mat, or you tuck your toes in the mat. As long as you're connected, rooted, there, with your feet and your hands. And here we go. Inhale, belly down, tailbone up, look forward. Really grip the mat with your hands. Exhale, round your spine, tuck your chin. Shoulder blades pulling apart. Inhale, tailbone up, look forward. Exhale, round your spine, tuck your chin. Now continue like this and just focus on your hands and your feet as you do this. Especially if cat-cow is something you're really familiar with. And it's easy for you to kind of go into autopilot here. Try to make a little more of it. You can imagine as you inhale, you're drawing energy up through your hands and your feet into your body. And as you exhale, you're sending your energy down through your hands and your feet into the earth. Inhale, draw energy up, filling your body with beautiful golden light. It's real, y'all. And exhale, round your spine, tuck your chin, push the ground away. Your movements might be quite a bit smaller than mine or quite a bit bigger. Make it your own. Let's take a few more rounds here, just really playing with the energy. If you're not connecting to that idea, no problem. Just breathe and move. It comes. Yes. Okay, when you've had enough, come to a neutral spine. Take whatever you need. Maybe wag your tail. Adjust your yoga pants. Have a sip of Constant Comment tea, purchased yesterday at Winco. So good. Yes, okay. Back to our alt fours. Really grip the mat with your toes, with your hands. We're going to tuck toes in here. Draw energy up from the earth, through your fingers, through your toes. Big inhale and lift your knees off the ground. Just a little bit, hovering here. Reach your butt back, your head forward. And exhale, drop the knees. Energy down. Again, draw energy up to the hands and feet. Inhale, press up. Find a little bit of a hover here. Stretch your butt back, your head forward. Maybe move side to side, challenging the wrists a bit. And then exhale, drop. Let's take one more just like that. You got it. Inhale, draw energy up and press, hover. Reach your heels back. Reach your head forward. And now in slow motion, we're going to send the butt up, up, up for a nice down dog. You don't have to have your knees straight now or really ever in this pose. Start with a nice bent knee, both legs, so we can get a big stretch in the low back. See how flat my low back is? Now as soon as I straighten my legs, see how I can make my back really round. So let's start with really bent knees and a really flat back. Push your butt back away from your hands. Nice straight line all the way from your butt to your fingertips here. And then if it feels good, maybe work on bending one leg and then the other. Just a few more good breaths here. It's a lot on the wrists. Keep that connection with the hands, the feet, the earth. Every inhale, draw energy into the body. Okay, one more inhale. Let's get tall on the toes. Reach up, up, up. And exhale, drop the knees. Swing your arms behind you for a little traditional child's pose. Oh, that should feel really good to the wrists after all that hard work. This is a great time to use your pillow or your block if you need a little more support here. And rest your forehead. Another good place for your block or pillow is under your butt if you need a little more support. And 3 more breaths here. Let's stay connected to this imagery of every inhale drawing energy into your body through where it's touching the ground. And every exhale, sending your own energy into the earth. It isn't metaphorical. It's like quite real indeed. But no one ever really can explain it. It's more experiential. So I invite you just to give it a try. See what you can feel. It might just completely change your life forever. No big deal. Let's take a good another 30 seconds in whatever version of child's pose feels good to you. Traditionally, my butt should be way down low by my heels. But right now it feels good to come forward a little bit and stretch my neck. Also, if this arm situation isn't working for you, you can also take your arms forward. Take 3 more good breaths. Okay, take a huge breath to let your body know you're going to move. Swing your arms forward if they weren't before. Dig your hands into the mat, claw into your carpet or the mat, whatever, and push yourself back up to all fours. Take whatever wiggles you need to reset. And we're going to tuck toes in, spread your fingertips wide, grip the mat, and we're going to draw energy up and go up to down dog again in slow motion. So first, inhale, draw energy up from the earth, hover the knees, and then exhale in slow motion, send those hips to the sky. Keep a nice generous bend in the knees for now. Push your butt away from your hands. Dig into the mat with your fingers. And then from here, if it feels good, straighten one leg. And then the other leg, kind of pedaling it out. Let your head hang heavy. Nice and far away from the ears. Maybe shake your head yes and no. If you're having trouble in the wrists, I really suggest pressing into the mat with your fingertips, especially your thumb and first finger. Really takes the pressure out. All right, here we go. Inhale, float forward to plank, top of a push-up. We're going to drop the knees right away. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, bend your elbows, come all the way to the floor. Get out of here, Luana. Tuck your chin a little bit, let your forehead rest on the mat, getting a nice stretch in the back of the neck. Grip the mat with your fingers, with your toes. Inhale, float up, chin, chest, maybe low ribs. Not too much weight in the hands at all. They're just there kind of like kickstands. Exhale, come down. Again, tuck the chin, stretching in the back of the neck. Stay connected with your toes and your fingers here. Squeeze your elbows towards each other. Inhale, peel up, chin, chest, maybe low ribs. Exhale. Last one, draw energy up from the earth to lift you. Inhale, lift, lift, lift. Exhale, release. Okay, we're going to press up to a half plank. Inhale, press up. Exhale, down to child's pose. 5 breaths here. Arms can be forward. Make a little pillow with your hands or take your hands back. And then completely relax. Allow yourself to be held by the earth, supported here. Catch your breath. Feel your body. Huge breath. Reach your hands forward if they're not already. We'll come back to tabletop. Picking up a little speed, a little intensity now. Tuck your toes into the mat. Here we go. Inhale, draw energy up. Hover the knees, send your butt to the sky. Knees start bent. And then pedal it out a little bit. Let your head hang heavy. Draw your shoulders away from your ears. And then we'll come with 2 feet together. Here we go. Inhale, right leg high. Really high. Exhale down. Inhale, left leg high. Really high. Exhale down. Inhale, float forward to plank. Drop the knees. Exhale, come all the way to the floor. Inhale, a little back bend. Chin, chest, maybe low ribs. Exhale down. Right away, inhale, half plank. Exhale, child's pose. Float forward to our all fours. We're building a flow here, and the earth is here to support us. We can do it. It's awfully difficult to be doing it on your own with no support at all. You might feel like you might fall, or you don't have the energy, but there's resources all around you, and you actually got it completely. So let's count on that earth energy. Call upon it now. Inhale into the body. Exhale. And inhale. Push your knees up. Send your hips high. Exhale. Heels go towards the earth. Bring your feet together to touch. Inhale. Right leg high. Really high. Now rotate so that all your toes point straight down, closing the hip. Inhale. Lift the heel a little bit higher. Push your left heel down a little more. And exhale, right foot down. Inhale, left leg high, really high. Rotate your whole leg, boop, so the toes point down, closing the hips. We want our hips in line here. Square, as they say. Inhale, kick the heel up a little more, toes flex towards the face. Exhale, foot down. Inhale, float forward to plank, top of a push-up, knees down. Exhale, float to the ground. Keep those elbows in. Inhale, peel up, chin, chest, maybe low ribs. Exhale to the earth. Knees stay down. Inhale, half plank. Exhale, child's pose. 5 breaths. 5 breaths. Any variation of this pose that works for you is great. It's just about finding, you can even lay down right on your belly. We just want to lay on the ground, connect with the ground, and rest here. As you're ready, take those hands forward, come back up to your all fours, tuck those toes if they weren't already. If you need a little wrist stretch, as many of us will at this point, maybe take your hands so the fingers point side to side, and then go side to side a little bit with the body. Or whatever other wrist stretch you know that sounds good. Okay, whenever you're ready, let's add on to our flow. So tuck your toes, draw energy up from the earth. Inhale, hover the knees. Exhale, send the hips high. Toes come together to touch. Inhale, right leg high, really high. Exhale, bring your foot through. Whoop, little lunge. So if it's difficult, it is difficult. If it's extremely difficult for you, you can also scoot your little foot guy up. And we'll pop the back knee down. So we're looking for a 90-ish degree angle here. You want your knee not too far over your toesies. You want a lot of support here. So you can draw energy up through your heel all the way into your body. Pull your right hip back, left hip forward so the two hips are in one line. Roll your shoulders back. You might stay just like this with your hands making contact with the earth and breathing. If this is a lot, you can also put 2 blocks or 2 books here. If you feel like you can add on, we're going to do a little with the upper body. So, some energy from the ground. Here we go. Inhale. Draw that energy up overhead. And exhale, push it back down. Make contact with the earth. Inhale. Reach for the sky. Draw the energy up through your body. And exhale to the earth. Last one. Make it your own. Exhale. Nice, nice, nice. Lift the back knee for a sec if that feels good. Forward and back motion, getting a big stretch in the left hip flexor, in the right hip, kind of everywhere. And then we're going to step back to plank. So you can choose to put your knee down and swivel the other one around. Or if you want to keep that up, you can inhale here, exhale, step back. We can leave the knees up or down, your choice. Exhale, bend the elbows, come all the way down. Inhale, peel up chin, chest, maybe low ribs. Almost no weight in the hands. Exhale, release. Tuck the toes. Send it back to down dog. Yes. We've got to do the other side and then we can get a big rest again. Feet together to touch. Send your weight back towards your feet. Grip the mat with all your finnies. Inhale, left leg high, really high. Exhale, bring it through. So again, we're going to set up for a little lunge guy, but with the left leg forward. Make sure your knee is over your ankle, protecting the knee here. Pull your left hip back, right hip forward so that our hips are pointed forward. It's natural kind of for the right hip to float back, but then, we're kind of sideways. We want the hips in line for this pose. As if your headlights are on your hips and they're both shining forward. Okay. So roll your shoulders back to keep that chest nice and open. Hands can just stay here, kind of connected to the earth. My arms are kind of short, so only my fingers can touch. So if I were going to stay like this for a while, I would put 2 blocks or 2 books or 2 pillows here. But I am not personally going to stay here. I'm going to play with the energy. So I'm going to flip my hands to the sky. Inhale, drawing the energy up. And exhale to the earth. 2 more just like that. One more. Feels good. Keep those hands down. Lift the back knee. And find a little bit of length. Think about a stretch from the the right heel, all the way to the top of the head. Big stretch there. Rocking back and forth. Okay, hands on the floor. We're taking it back to plank or half plank, yogi's choice. And exhale all the way to the floor. Inhale, peel up chin, chest, maybe low ribs. Pull those elbows back in space. Nice long neck. Exhale, release. Tuck your toes. Inhale, press up to down dog. And then yogi's choice. Do you want to take your 5 breaths in down dog or child's pose? For me, I'm going to choose child's pose. That's what yogi's choice is all about. So find your resting pose. This time I want my knees wide so I can support my body. So find what's right for you. Three more good breaths, just rinsing the body. Okay, we're all going to meet in our child's pose, or our down dog, so take your time getting there. Roll your shoulders, whatever. When you're in your child's pose, again, check in with your neck. Gosh, when you're in your down dog, check in with your neck, let your head hang heavy. And all we're going to do is start walking the feet towards the hands. Boop, until we come into a nice forward fold. So just like in down dog, the more deeply we bend the knees, the more stretch we're going to get for the lower back. So Bend your knees a lot and let your upper body, like your belly, just lay on your thighs. This won't work for every body. So if you have like big boobs or whatever, you might need to put your hands here on your legs, and that's good too. That feels really good to everyone, so that's a great possibility too. Lots of weight in the heels. Wherever you're at, reconnect with that idea of drawing energy up through your feet. Maybe pull your toes apart a little bit so that every little bit of the ground, every little bit of your toe is like gripping the mat. Okay, bend your knees even more deeply. We're going to draw energy up through the feet. Inhale as the energy rises in the body, one vertebra at a time. Shoulders and head last, standing tall. We did it. All right, we're just going to finish. We have all this awesome focus and grounding that we've cultivated. So we're going to finish with a quick balancing posture. Oh my God, time goes so fast. Okay. A quick balancing posture. Whew. So stand tall, feet hip distance apart. Grip the mat with all 10 fingertips. Energy rises in the body as you connect to that earth energy rooted there. You're going to invite one knee up. So maybe you just come to the toe of one foot and more weight is poured on the other side. I'm doing lifting my right knee, but it doesn't matter which. Maybe you can come up a little more. Just keep the knee nice and bent. We don't have to worry about our abs right now or getting a good stretch. It's just about finding balance. If you can keep your eyes focused in one place, your drishti point, that's going to help you balance. If your foot is off the ground, maybe roll your ankle, crack your toe. Final challenge, inhale, reach arms up to the sky. And then exhale, energy down. Reconnect. As you're ready, maybe you need a little stretch on that standing foot. When you're ready, we'll take the other side. So pour energy into the standing leg, grip the mat with all your toes, and we'll start to lift the other leg up. Maybe come just to the toes, and that's plenty. Maybe you can lift the toes off the ground. Maybe your knee comes all the way up to hip height. It's not about how it looks, only how it feels. We want to feel a real connection with the standing foot in the ground. We want to feel like we're growing tall through the spine. Our head is reaching for the sky. And final challenge, inhale, reach hands up. And exhale, energy down. And there we go. Hopefully you're feeling more rooted, a little more energized, a little more ready for your day. And Friday we're going to do a little more grounding yoga and a nice grounding meditation. So get excited for that. Please let me know what questions or comments you have. And I love you very much. Namaste.